What up, infidels? Welcome to the Dangerous Brown Podcast. We're back, and we're in a new studio. We're doing it. We're here, and I got a producer. Guys, this is the Truth Experiment or Truthy. Give it up for him.
Hello. Hi. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, so this is how we met, right? So you see me at the Chris DiStefano show.
Yes.
Right. And then you're like, yo, I want to help you out. I want to, like, help you. I have the studio in my apartment. Let's do this. And I was like, all right. And if I'm being honest, I was a little like, okay. Is this guy, because it's like, you know Hollywood. You know that, like, when people tell you shit, they, like, lie to you all the time.
I think people coming up to other performers at shows is one of the sketchiest human situations you can ever enter.
Yeah, I was like, okay, is this guy real or is he, like, trying to fuck? Like, what's he trying to do? Like, what's going on? Like, there was that energy.
Or all the above.
Yeah, oh, yeah. That's Truthy's whole vibe. Truthy's the kind of guy who would fuck the universe if he could. I feel like just the energy. Like, yeah, you would fuck the earth if there was a way to do it.
You would, if you and Mother Earth were alone in a room and she wanted to smash, would you smash?
Oh, I mean, yeah, you have to, right?
You have to.
You have to. That's some like that's some. First of all, that's some like weird like stepmom porno shit. Like you and Mother Earth
to save climate change.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. For real. Right. If that's what it took, I would absolutely. I mean, I would fuck Mother Earth. I think outside of climate change. But yeah. Cool. But yeah. But yeah. No. So I walked in the apartment. I'll put pictures up. I saw a platinum record and a diamond record. And then and then your Indian girlfriend walked in, and I was like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm in the right hands."
I actually paid her to pretend to be my girlfriend today, so you would feel comfortable at home.
Oh yeah, I was like, "Okay, there's another minority here. I'm safe. There's a safety valve if I need it."
Yeah, you never want to be alone in a room with a white person.
No, not when
I
you
don't
know well.
Personally. I don't, and so I imagine you don't either.
Yeah. It's especially one with a bunch of rings. Like, yeah.
How do you get that?
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm not going to tell you how I got these rings.
Damn, but bro, okay, I just like, you're just so, like, you in general are interesting. You have, how many platinum records have you been a part of?
I've been a part of a bunch of platinum records.
Mm-hmm. And a diamond.
Yeah, and a diamond record, but honestly, who cares? I mean, I have fun making music, and I don't even care about any of them, so like, who gives a fuck?
You know what's funny? That's why you have them. Because you don't give a shit. Yeah. There's so many artists that would just die for one, and the fact that you're like, I don't give a shit means it's the reason why you have 10.
Yeah, I mean, the point is to have fun making music, and you're right that if you have fun doing what you do, you end up moving forward. So whatever.
Right. Yeah, that's such a great. It's a hard mindset to like get into. It's like, oh, like part of life is like you have to not give a shit to get what you want, but then you also have to give a shit enough to be like in the zone to get what you like. There's this give a shit zone.
You have to be disciplined at not
giving a shit. Yes, that's a great way to put it. Have you ever played 2K?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hit the little green zone. You gotta hit it. You gotta, because if you care too much, you overshoot.
And then when you hit it, it comes back down. You gotta stop it halfway.
Yeah. You gotta find the right zone.
That's a great way to put it.
The free throw zone of not giving a shit.
The sweet spot of not giving a fuck.
Yeah, dude. That's like
sounds like a pop punk song title.
It sounds like a self-help book. It sounds like, you know what I mean? Like Eat, Pray, Love. The sweet spot of not giving a fuck. That's the zone.
Culture.
That's so wild.
Yeah, I did hit on you at a comedy show, and no, I was there with my girlfriend to see Chris DiStefano, Chris, Nacho Cheese Face, and I saw you on stage. You laid down probably the best set by an up and coming comedian that I'd seen in a while. I'm a musician. I like seeing you on stage. I was just like, you were honestly the best comic up there that night. So I went up to you. I was like, if you need help with anything, I'm down. You were like, let's do a podcast. I was like, of course.
Yeah, because like my setup right now is nowhere near as good as this. It's just like me in my room that I haven't cleaned in forever. You know what it is, guys? You know, because like I just like, so I got my apartment and it was shitty. It was a shitty apartment, right? It wasn't like this place. It was like I got it. It wasn't cleaned. You know what I mean? Like I got it dirty. There were roaches everywhere. It was just like I needed to move in quickly somewhere.
There's a lot of apartments in Austin that are like old as shit.
Yeah. So like it feels like everything in Austin was either made now or in the 60s. Like when it first boomed and like
everything's
now.
Either brand new or from the 60s.
Yeah, everything.
That's the problem.
Everything. And so it's like. So
everything looks out of place.
Yeah, I went to the first apartment I saw. You could tell it was like straight 1960s, right? Yeah. And you could, bro, people were so much smaller back then. Like everything, I was like, "What is this? Is this an apartment for children?" And then you walk around like, "No, adults used to live here." Like we have gotten
people got bigger. Yeah,
we have gotten so.
There's
much
no way the rooms just got bigger.
Fatter. as our baseline, we're fat. Like so, like comparatively, it's wild. It's wild. We're like fat. We're taller. Like you in the 60s would be like, that's a big boy. Like, you know what I mean? Like
I'd be in the front lines of some sort of war, like actually running shit.
Right.
At 5'8".
Yeah. Yeah. You were a 5'8". You were if Tinder existed back in 1960, a lot of women's bios would be like 5'7" and over only. You know what I mean? Like, don't talk to me if you're 5'7" was the. You have to count for inflation. So 6 feet now was 5'7" back then.
Yeah.
That's truly how.
5'10" was 6'5".
Yeah. You were like, oh god, look at this. Was he in the NBA?
You were playing professionals. Yeah. You were in the NBA.
Yeah.
Let's go. I guarantee you, a lot of those guys' heights were under 5'10".
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. How tall was Bob Cousy? We'll do this.
Babe,
right
run
now.
the numbers. Run the data set.
Yeah, right.
I need the age. One of the perks of having an Indian girlfriend, she runs data sets.
Bob's Cousy was 6'1". Okay.
6'1". Okay.
Damn.
Damn.
All right. Maybe we're a little off.
There's no way we could be wrong.
Yeah.
About anything.
But I'll say this: 6'1", one of the greatest NBA players of all time, and Steph Curry is considered short, and he's like 6'4".
Yeah.
So there is some truth to what we said, right? It's like that is like a what person is 6'1" in the NBA now?
Just Steph Curry.
I mean, but he's still 3 inches taller. You know what I mean?
He's
like,
6'4"?
I think he's 6'3". He's something like that.
Damn. Go Steph Curry.
Yeah. But it's like, I mean, they're 2 inches at a professional level. That's huge. That's a huge difference. So it's like,
He looks like he's 12.
Yeah, I mean, the baby.
He's won 3 NBA titles, and you still look at Steph Curry, four.
Yeah.
And you look at him, you just go, "Oh, Steph Curry!" Like if I saw him, I'd be
still.
less intimidated.
Did you watch the ESPYs at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I loved it.
I mean, I loved it, and I love Steph Curry, but he don't have good timing.
No. But it was
delivery
adorable.
Is so bad.
His little suit he had on, he looks like he's playing Daddy Warbucks in a second grade musical. Like he's just little Steph Curry winning championships.
Yeah, look at him. His drink. I thought that was badass. He had a drink on stage. That was cool. But I was like, damn, I wish you were funnier. Because Peyton Manning was funny.
Peyton Manning is
got
a
good
fucking
timing.
man.
Peyton Manning's got good timing, at least on stage, like comedic timing. Steph does not.
No,
but you don't need to when you can sink threes.
How do we get here from your apartment? So your apartment's shitty.
Oh yeah, my apartment sucks ass. And so you've just when you get something that sucks ass and you don't work on it, like it just stays sucking ass. You know what I mean? And so I feel like sometimes that translates to the energy of the podcast when I'm doing it out of my apartment. Like I already this feels. I have way more energy than I do in my own room.
I think you and I are just like friends. I think we're finding out we're friends.
Yeah.
It's like, could I talk to you on camera nonsense for over an hour?
Yeah.
Happily.
Just some random bullshit.
Happily.
Damn.
You're welcome to come over here anytime and enjoy my apartment.
Dude, this is I'm just blown away by the I can't get over the records.
I have a bunch of platinum My first platinum record, I didn't know that you got paid to make music. And so See You Again. See You Again was on the radio for a year. And
See You Again, Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa, Charlie Puth. I'm singing the background vocals on that song. All the
that's you?
Yeah, that's me.
You're the OOO guy?
Go back and listen to it. I'm the OOO guy. Just
You're
play.
the OOO guy?
I'm screaming in your you're going to be like, "Oh fuck, I'm screaming in your face." That's what that song sounds like.
Whoa.
It's fucked up. And it only happens for 15 seconds. But
no, hey, that's also a super memorable part of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
If you go up to a person and go, "Oh," they'd be like, "Is that See You Again?" Like that's you.
He walked into the A&R office at Atlantic Records. He was like, "Someone want to come sing background vocals?" And me and my two best friends, who are also A&Rs, we sang the background vocals. It was like a fun day at work. Everyone's having a blast, so it was cool.
Damn. Okay. So you're the OOO guy.
We're the OOO team. It's me and two other people.
The OOO team.
But
that
I'm definitely screaming the loudest and very obnoxiously.
Right.
Yeah.
And no one can.
Once my friends or anyone I know knows I'm singing those parts, it ruins the song.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. It takes you out of it. It takes you out of it.
It takes you out of it when I come in there just it's just like no. Why is it? How did they get away with that?
Yeah.
It sounds so bad during that part. But yeah, I for a year was on the radio, and I was younger, and I didn't know you got paid to make music. So it was number one for like 14 weeks, and a lawyer called me after like a year and was like, "Yeah, man, you actually get paid for that kind of stuff." And that was when I learned about music royalties. I was like, "What do you mean?" They were like, "We find people who didn't get paid from number one records, and you just never got your money." I'm like, "What do you mean I get money?" And so I was listening to it for you. It never occurred to me that you get money from that.
So you were on a number.
I was literally like on a couch in LA. I was like couch surfing broke for the entire year. Was number one because I was being a fucking idiot.
That's some white people way to make money. I'm not gonna lie. You just like, I just was on the backup vocals for the number one song. I didn't know you got paid, and I got called from a lawyer. I feel like that happens to all. Like once in their life, a lawyer will call a white person and be like, "Yo, I got some money for you."
There's this $100,000 that is owed to you, and you're like, "Oh yeah,
that's cool."
And it's not a scam.
Yeah. Just for a job. That's crazy. That would have been the first thing I asked. We'd be like, "Yo," if I heard the second I heard it on the radio, I'd be like, "Yo, I need to get money for this."
No, I was chilling.
Yeah,
I was just listening to the song. Like, this is a good song.
Again, that's the sweet zone of not giving a fuck.
The sweet zone of not giving a fuck.
Yeah,
there it is.
Because you know what's crazy?
There it is.
I bet you, if you had been like, "Yo, where's my money?" they would have been like, "Okay, here's a buyout for $10,000." Instead of you not giving a fuck and the royalties accumulating, and then someone realizing, "Oh fuck, we owe this guy money."
Well, the music industry has a bunch of like nonprofits that stem from when musicians got fucked over by labels, and they go and find people's money for them. They're like these vigilante unions, like AFM, SAG-AFTRA.
Right.
They have government deals now where the Spotify has to pay the government directly now. Like, everyone's been fighting for music rights.
Right.
And that's actually sick as fuck.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, artists are just criminally underpaid, underappreciated.
Producers are the most underpaid out of everyone.
That really.
100%.
You know what? That makes sense.
Yep. The ones who actually make the music are the ones that get like the worst deals for sure.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of the entertainment industry is built on preying on people with dreams. It's like if we can exploit this person with dreams, we can make.
Well, it's because just like all these like billionaires own music rights. Right. They're like billionaires from every country. Right. Like own music rights from the top down, and like people get paid, but then when songs blow up, usually the producers are underpaid.
Okay, so now my question is,
not that it's a big deal. Like,
yeah. I mean, well, now my question is, it made me think like this. So, at least in comedy now, there's this big movement where you own everything, like yourself. Like Schultz owns his own podcast. He put out his own special. You know, Louis was the first one for $5 for my own special. So is that a trend that's happening in music now? That
100%.
the artist owns more things now?
100%. I went in. I have like the best attorney in the music industry. This like super famous guy. He's the attorney for like Chance the Rapper, Kanye, Skrillex, Metallica.
So he's a busy guy.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah.
He's an old dude in the industry, and I went in to meet with him, and he's like, and Macklemore, and I was like, what do I do? He's like, you don't sign anything, and you go blow up for me, and you come back, and I'm like, sick.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. And you just do it. So yeah, that's the cool thing with art now. Yeah. Art is owned by the artist, and that's like a scary place for these old like record companies
fine.
to be.
I'm not worried about them.
Oh yeah. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about that.
They'll figure it out. It's our turn to figure it out.
Well, you know what it is. Eventually, they're gonna try to make a move to try to control that, because that's what they do.
Yeah, but they're like Warner just launched a SoundCloud competitor.
Yeah.
The culture finds a way to cool places now. I don't know. I don't know.
I know. Like I do get your trust.
There's so much I could say about this that I literally can't because like music royalties and like who owns them, and like it's all so like lame and shady that if people heard it out loud, it would be like I don't even want to say it, but like think about all the biggest artists in the world that are like pop artists, and like the money's going to some dudes where if people looked into it, you'd be like, whoa, why
are they getting this money?
You'd just be surprised where it's going.
Right. They're like you know what it is? It's like the robber barons of the old times. Like, you know, you see like those old like cartoony pictures of like the 1880s robber barons, but they're that, but with like music.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, we own all parts of it. We own the content, we own the distribution, we own the So it's like it is like that, which is like I'm not worried about them.
But it's getting taken away from them.
It's getting taken away from them. But they'll fight tooth and nail. The thing about I mean, these are. I mean, they're criminals basically. They're like they're basically found a way to monetize other people's work.
Well, no, I think I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
I think it's just I think the business has been built and things in the world aren't perfect, and a lot of people work really hard to make things like optimized. And now there's a shift where, like you said, artists are more able because of like the tools like social media and like G-Eazy when he was coming up rapping. If he wanted people to hear his music, he had to bounce from house party to house party playing for 5 people.
Right.
Now I have TikTok. And I don't have to leave my apartment.
Right.
And I can like do because when you're an artist, if you don't have enough money to live and someone offers you $100,000 for 50% of your project, some people take it.
Right. But now that's like.
Now since you can stay home and like make money working and still accelerate in your career, that's a new. You just have to tour way more aggressively.
Right.
We
that
take
was
that
the way
for
most
granted.
artists
We take that for granted.
Yeah. But I will say this, because now everyone is accessible to everybody, the amount of money that you can make when you're at the top is less.
Yeah.
Then like so it used to be
like
only
Tim Dillon's still very poor.
I mean not really. I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
I feel like Tim Dillon has $100 million at this point.
Dude, he could. But that's the thing about podcasts.
He has like Rolls Royces and Bentleys and like diamond rings.
Yeah. So, but it's like,
fuck?
but it is like because I don't know Tim. So it is like that money is like he obviously has that money, or is he spending it like
He bought Unilever.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He bought Unilever. You didn't see that deal?
No.
He bought Unilever.
Well, so he's doing fine.
Yeah.
He's definitely doing fine, right? But it's like now a bunch of people can get there, but like let's say Tim Dillon was super famous in the 80s. If he was the guy in the 80s, he could buy a fucking small nation. You feel what I'm like? You know what like the amount of cars Jay Leno has?
He'd be the president of Brazil.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the more people who have access to the top, the less money it is for the people who make it. Like all
That's
the way.
fine though.
But I'm absolutely cool with that. But it is an interesting trade-off.
I'm a big fan of like
everybody can eat.
Everybody can eat.
Everybody can eat. That's the crazy part.
There's plenty. And to live that way, if you feel like that's not true, like why? Where's that coming from? Why don't you want everyone else to succeed with you?
That's some Hollywood stuff. Like the Hollywood mindset, I think, is just so toxic.
I think once people get it and get famous, I wouldn't use the word toxic. I think once you get it, if you are fortunate enough to make it all the way and like you're MGK or someone and you don't want to lose it. Like there's something when you get there, I assume that like it gets crazy and you don't want to lose it. I don't know.
Right. Well,
I have sympathy for all those folks.
Yeah. It's like all that. Once you have all that fame and attention, how do you let that go? That's why I was like, I always like wanted to be like, my goal is to be a name but not a face. Yeah. That's like my end goal. Like you know Christopher Nolan, right? Yeah. If you saw him on the street, would you be able? Exactly. Yeah. That's a household name. No one knows what he looks like. Yeah. That's the goal, I think, because you don't want to be like I see like MGK and all those people, and it's just like, man, everywhere you go, people take pictures of you. It's crazy. When I was working at the Comedy Store, I'll never forget this. Ariana Grande was there, and Ariana Grande. First of all, there is a level of celebrity you get to where you stop looking human. Like it's just she looks like a doll that someone made in a factory.
I played a show. I opened for her at a show.
Yeah.
And I saw her like walk across the back, and I thought the same thing. I'm like, she looks like an alien.
Yeah. She don't look real.
Ariana Grande is one of the more talented. I love her. She's underrated.
Well, I think she's amazing.
I'm a huge fan of Ariana Grande.
I saw her on a random YouTube video back when she was still working she was on Victorious, that show. And she popped up on my YouTube algorithm, and I saw her sing, and I was like, "Damn, she's really good."
So good.
Yeah, and then she blew up. So that doesn't bother me. I also wouldn't be surprised if at some point her face opened up and an alien popped out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
at any moment she could be like the one who was sent here to like infiltrate our brains.
She was the one who was sent here to fuck up Mac Miller's life. You know what I mean?
Maybe Dangerous Woman is just like an omen.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's not wrong.
She's telling us.
Yeah. People always
walking
tell you
from side to side. Yeah, because one of her joints in her hip went
out.
out.
Yeah, and it has to be beamed down for her home planet.
Down.
So yeah, her
She's
body,
losing signal.
Her vessel has to be fixed.
That's what Side to Side's about.
Yeah, yo, people tell you who they are, and I think Ariana
you should listen to them when they tell you.
Yeah, and the alien, dude. But yeah, like she has that vibe. But I just remember
she licked that donut. She's like looking in the screen and like, that's what an alien would do.
That's what an alien would do.
They would lick the donut in your face and put it back.
They're like, oh, humans like sweets. They lick sweets. Am I doing a good job of human? Like, that's what she has that energy.
And she is almost too good at singing. Her control, I think she's an underrated singer. And when she
like
grows,
Mariah Carey-esque. That's what she reminds me of.
Bro, that girl can sing. I'm excited for new Ariana Grande music.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing. I like she sings. I like what she sings about. Like, it's like
she's a good songwriter.
Yeah, it's confident. It's sexy. It's in your face. It's good. It's like good writing. Yeah, so it's like I like her stuff. But I saw her at the Comedy Store, and like we had to get her through the back way, you know. And even in our like sort of back exit, there were still fans waiting for her. It's like. It
would suck to be that famous.
Yeah, that's awful.
I have no intention of being that famous.
No.
0. And nor do I want to.
No, I want to be able to walk around.
Same.
Yeah, I do think like COVID. I heard that COVID was a great equalizer.
600 person rooms is the sweet spot.
Well, like that's what you can
sell? I want to tour to 600 people a night.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when you go to 2,000 a night, your life gets a little crazier. Anything over 2,000 a night in your life becomes a little weird.
Right. Everything is. Yeah, everything is. And then people lose their minds because then you start thinking the world is catered to you.
Well, the world does start being catered to you.
The world does start being catered to you. It is one of the biggest bullshits of life is that the richer you get, the more free stuff you get.
That's backwards.
Yeah, that is backwards, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, but you know what's funny? If we say the other way around, like if you're poor, people should get more help. People would be like, "What are you, communists?" It's like, why is it cool to be communist for rich people, but not for people who need help?
Rich people should get everything for free, but like poor people, that would ruin society, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's your fault. It's like what?
What? Oh, camera just clicked. I'm gonna double check.
Yeah. This. Is it still going?
That one paused out. That might be
new studio stuff. It's fine. that I usually like whenever my camera goes out. So all the infidels know. Whenever like I have technical problems like this, I keep it all in. I let people know. Like this
keep it rolling.
Yeah. This is the shit. This is what it's about. Like it's like because everything is so overproduced all the time, and like podcasts more and more now are becoming like TV shows, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. Let's make it accessible to people. Like no, this shit messes up all the time.
You're still running.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep going. This is, okay. Well, let me talk about this crazy shit that happened to me yesterday, right? And I'm gonna try to keep it as vague as possible, cause like there are like people involved, but like so I go to this Bollywood party at the venue, ATX on 6th Street. Right.
Yep.
I'm not a big partier. I don't go out ever. Like really, that's not me. Because like I'm performing all night, all the time. And,
you go out all the time. Is what you're trying to say.
Work.
Yeah.
So I don't like when I'm free.
You're not.
I don't like to go out.
Of course.
You know. But so like I did 6th Street, like East 6, like Latchkey and all those places for the first time.
Yeah.
First time I lived here for a year. And it's so funny. I was just watching all these people. They're drunk. They're having a good time, and I just felt so sad for them.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this is your life. You just work 5 nights a week and then come here and just dance on a park bench on an outside bar.
Ooh.
It's like that's like
people
what I mean?
live precarious lives.
Yeah. We call in San Diego we call them zombies. When I lived in San Diego, the people that's how they live. Where it's like, they're just living for like the 2 days a week where they can just get fucked up.
But I don't blame them because people's jobs suck.
Yeah, I mean,
I totally get it. If you go to work all week and like you actually work a 9 to 5,
right,
and your job sucks, I get it that on the weekends you just want to go berserk and tell everyone to fuck off.
Right, and just get drunk and have. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. But I also feel sorry for you. Couldn't be me.
I empathize with them because it's not their fault. That's the way the world's set up.
Right.
All those people don't really have a choice.
Right. That's true. They are set up, and I did think while I was because I was just watching everybody.
Yeah.
Like they were also sold that this is how you have a good time.
Yes.
There's also this. They're told like this is how you have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to come out to the bars and get drunk. You have to, and I mean, not people that obviously enjoy it, but also like. a part of the reason why you enjoy it is because you're told this is how you're supposed to enjoy your time off.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
It's okay to make other choices, go on adventures.
Yeah, go to adventures.
Have hobbies.
Play board games.
Play pickleball.
Yeah, pickleball. They fucking love pickleball out here, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but
what
anyways.
happened last night?
Okay.
I've been waiting to hear this.
This is some other shit, right? So I only show up there for like 30 minutes because I know someone who works the event, right? And I want to see it. It's a Bollywood thing. But, brown people, well, part of the deal. That's part of the deal, right? Like, okay, I'm on your side, whatever, right?
I love Indian music.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
Snake.
Huh?
DJ Snake.
DJ Snake? Oh, does he like put a lot of Indian songs together? Is that what he does?
So.
Okay, that sounds like a DJ Snake thing.
Yeah.
So I go there, and basically I'm walking out. So they let me come up on stage. That's the perk of being a brown entertainer.
You shining, dog.
Yeah. It was like a moment. I was like, oh, first time on stage. I was enjoying
my city let me come out like this.
I am the king of Austin. That's what I said.
You are, bro.
Yeah, I'm the king of Austin. I say that.
You are the funniest guy in Austin.
I'll take that. I say that all the time to my girlfriend, and she gets so mad because she's an Austin native. She's an Austin native, and I'll be like, I'm the king of Austin, and she'll be like, have you ever been to Barton Springs? And I'll be like, what's that? You know what I mean? So she gets so mad every time, right? So I'm enjoying my king of Austin moment, right?
Good.
And I'm being walked from the stage out to leave, right?
Yeah.
I'm being walked out by the girl who works there, and there's a situation where this guy comes up really aggressively to her, like really aggressively, like
I came up to
her.
you at your show.
Not even. If you came up to me like that at a show, I would not be here right now. It was like that, like right.
That sucks.
So I step in between them, and he grabs me by my throat. So it's the first time that's ever happened to me, right? Just fucking boom, right here, right? And I was looking at him like, I'm not a fighter at any, like, look at me. I don't fight.
You look like a tasty donut.
Yeah. Yeah, holes in my jeans and shit. Yeah, I'm 5'7", I'm a 1946 basketball star. I'm not even a 60s basketball star.
I'm 6'5" in 1953.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I don't fight, but I wasn't like, the way he was holding me, I was just looking at him like, what the fuck? Like, because I've been in crazy situations before. I'm not like, right? And so they don't kick him out.
After he choked you.
After he choked me, after he got aggressive with the girl who works there.
Damn.
They don't kick him out. And I realized later that, I learned later that the manager is friends with that dude.
Yeah.
And that dude has been like overly harassing to that girl specifically.
Damn.
And it's like, and the owners and the manager who didn't kick her out is another Indian dude. So it's like Indian dude, guy who choked me with Pakistani Indian, and it's like,
damn.
Yeah, and I'm just so mad. That's what I want to talk about. I'm so mad at like kick him the fuck out.
Kick him out.
Yeah, you can't be like grabbing people by the throat, but
But in Austin, if you're not shooting someone, it's kind of like low key.
Yeah. It's like, oh, these guys are hugging.
He didn't even shoot you.
Yeah. What do you?
He shoots you in the calf, and they're like, just keep dancing.
Yeah. Stop being a pussy about it, you liberal Californian cuck. That's what they said. Yeah. That's what they say. He grabbed me by the throat, and the manager was like, whatever. He probably drives a Prius or something.
Cuck is like replace the word bitch.
Yeah.
Instead of calling guys bitches, guys are like, you fucking cuck.
Yeah.
Cuck. What? But he's projecting clearly.
Yeah. But I did think that, and there was a story about this this Pakistani photographer that got killed by her ex-husband recently. It is this thing I've realized, bro, that.
Wait, what was that quick little murder twist you threw in there at the end? Who was murdered? I'd say at this point in the story, I need to know who was murdered more clearly.
So basically, this Pakistani wedding photographer, she divorces her ex.
Who's the ex-husband? Who is this
guy? Just some Indian guy, just some Pakistani guy, right? So
you're saying murder has occurred recently in the community?
Yes. And
unrelated to your story.
Unrelated to my story, but trust me, there will be a tie.
Related.
I didn't just drop this on there to spice up the story.
Just so you know.
It will come back around. It will come back around to the overall point I'm trying to make, for sure. I'm not. So like
how?
He broke into her house and murder-suicide. It was intense, right? And so. But the thing is, she talked about all the time how she divorced this guy, and there's not a lot of support for brown women who go through divorces, because it's
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's not like a thing that happens a lot in our community, right? And so, But basically, the overall point being is that happened this week. This moment where this guy is harassing this girl, I step in, and I'm not like any kind of hero. I was just in that place at the time. You know what I mean? And then it just like it made me like no one hates brown women like brown dudes. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. I don't understand it. I don't understand. That's why your girlfriend's with a white devil. You know what I mean? Like, they're seeking comfort in the devil. That's how much they don't like brown women sometimes.
I'm Jewish?
Yeah.
And I didn't know this?
Even more of a devil. Even an extra devil. Hey, you got more horns.
Okay. Just because Israel blew up Al Jazeera on live TV does not mean that I would have done that if I had control over that. Okay, here's the thing is Jews, we have it bad enough.
Right.
Meanwhile,
not bad enough, I said. No.
Israel's like, let's send rockets on live TV. And I'm over here just like, really? Really? It's hard enough out here.
Right.
Maybe we stop like blasting people and then people will like us more.
Right. maybe you would think, but it's so hard. It's so easy to blast people though.
I hate it.
It's way easier than trying to understand somebody.
I get it because people are like, oh, like the word anti-Semitic. By the way, I hate it. The word should be racist.
Right.
It's like anti-Semitic's like diet racism. Like I'm not racist. I'm just anti-Semitic a little bit. No, it's racist.
It has less calories.
But the reason
anti-Semitism has less
but what they're really
calories,
saying is like Israel's aggressive with their shit.
Right.
And as a Jewish person, I think they're overly aggressive with their shit too, and I don't like it either.
Right.
So I never take it personally.
I will say this.
I never take it personally.
That is kind of like a rose-colored way of looking at it because you're like, there is
fair.
like what Israel's doing is crazy, but there is some like anti-Semitism out there that's like, bro, I've heard some shit where people be like, and the Jews, it's like, whoa, where did this come from? Yeah. Like
happens.
no, anti-Semitism is like real outside of what Israel's
as a Jewish,
doing.
I get it honestly more often than you would think.
Right.
Like in Texas, I'll have guy friends that have known me for a year be like, Jake, I just want you to know, like, I don't mind that you're Jewish.
Yeah. It's
I'm like we've been best. I met your family, man. Like, is that what you guys were talking about?
Yeah. Well, the problem is the muddiness is that people when you say anti-Israel stuff, people are then like, oh, you're being anti-Semitic, and that's not true. That's not true.
Because I'm Jewish, and usually I disagree with like 99% of the shit they do. I think it's horrible. Yeah.
But back to my overall point is that brown dudes need to step he got to stay in the building.
They let it go.
That
says a lot. That's like heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking.
That says a lot, and that's like when
that's
you're like
locally. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, because when you're like it's like what did we learn from like Me Too at all? It's like, yeah, I know, because people got mad at the Me Too movement at the end because it did like there were people that got extra fucked by it. Like Aziz should have never gotten what he got. Al Franken, I don't know what happened. He shouldn't have gotten what he got. But it is like you didn't learn nothing. You didn't learn like there are these sort of systematic things in place that like make it worse for like she works there.
You got to kick
and the manager doesn't have her back to a guy that's harassing her and choking out their customers.
That's not good.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, did you learn nothing? Did you just because he's your friend? Hey, if my best friend goes into a place and chokes someone out,
we're leaving.
I would be like, yo, first we gotta leave, and then afterwards I'd be like, yo, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, why choke anyone anyway?
Yeah, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? At a party where people are supposed to have a good time? At a Bollywood party?
If that's what you do in front of people, what do you do behind doors? Yeah.
Oh, also, do you this is like you're in the middle of Texas and they're celebrating your culture. If you can't enjoy that, what chance do you have in life?
Yeah.
What chance do you have in life where you can't even enjoy in Texas, in a place where you can't, there's places in Texas you can't go when the sun is down.
Yeah.
So enjoy your night. Instead, you're just like being all crazy, and then they're letting you do this.
You guys made it though. That event looked beautiful.
Huh? That event looked beautiful. It was fire. It was fire. It was really fire.
Does Aziz follow you yet on Instagram?
Aziz does not follow me. No.
Aziz is gonna go crazy when he first. I wish I could see his face the first time he watches your comedy.
I don't know.
He's gonna be stoked.
You think so?
I think so.
So many big comics are just so always in their own head. That like most
do comics don't like other comics? Who are your favorite three comics right now?
My favorite three comics working right now or like all time?
Working right now, like in the scene, who are your favorite three that you don't have to like them, but who do you think are actually good?
In like
just in general.
In the Austin scene.
No, anywhere.
Oh, anywhere. Okay. I mean Schultz, I think.
He's really funny.
Yeah, I think Schultz is pretty up there.
Yeah.
Fahim Anwar. I don't know if you know who that is.
No.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite comics. And then there's so many like great comics.
What about Michael Longfellow?
I like Michael, but like
I
if
want to
we're
get him on the podcast sometime.
I know Michael very well. But if we're talking about like Michael's a very good comic, but like Schultz, Fahim, they're like
he's higher up. I love like the guys who are unknown. I feel like you could show me 10 people who I've never heard of that are like probably about to be the next Schultz.
Oh, I mean, I think my best friend's this comic named Derek Poston. I don't know if you've seen him.
No.
He's unreal. He's unreal.
So
like that's one of my favorite comics. But in terms of like who I think is like the best out there right now, Schultz, Fahim. Fahim's more unknown. And then I really like I saw Stavros Halkias for the first time the other day.
Okay.
He came here and I was blown away. I was like, yo, this guy is the real deal.
I
Shane
got
Gillis.
shit to check out.
Shane Gillis is you know what
yeah.
I mean? Tony Hinchcliffe. There are these like
Tony Hinchcliffe is really, really, really funny.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And it's like it's so funny because he has this sort of brash personality.
So
people don't want to like him.
Fuck.
That's
that guy does not give
he's
a
in the
fuck.
he's in the not give a fuck zone.
Sweet spot.
He found the not give a fuck sweet spot.
He's
found
an inspiring dude.
He found it. Yeah, it is. It's like, oh, bro, like all you have to do is just work hard and not give the right amount of fucks, and you're there.
You're there.
Yeah, it's shit's wild.
I have a theory.
Right. What?
On the Russia thing.
Oh, okay. This is the pivot.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good talk about Russia.
Solid pivot. All right.
I have a theory on this.
Okay.
So Putin, you know how they all like infiltrate social media and stuff.
Right.
Okay, so I think Short King Spring went viral, and he must have found out about it, and I think he's just taken Short King Spring like way too far.
wait, you think he was like, I'll run with this?
Yeah, we told him like it's Short. He was like, I've been waiting for Short King Spring.
Yeah, it's
like that's the name of this war in Putin's eyes. Is Short King Spring 2022.
Wait, how tall is Putin?
How tall is? I think he's like very, very, very short.
Yeah, it's got. It's watching
we're sending this over to our producer.
Yeah. I watch him be like 6'5".
How tall is he?
Oh, it's
inconclusive. Yeah,
he's one of those people.
But it's
Okay,
either 5'7".
so this is what we were told. He was either 5'7" or 6'2". So he's definitely 5'7".
Yeah.
And he told Russian media he's 6'2".
I want to see him and
sure.
Zelensky box because Zelensky would beat the shit out of him.
Zelensky would absolutely. I don't know.
He would rip his heart out, bro.
Putin, well, that's because Zelensky's younger, but Putin was KGB. Putin have you ever seen that video of Putin and Reagan?
Like, but that was 100 years ago,
that was
bro.
Like, yeah, that was true. That's true. It was 50 years ago now.
Zelensky is just like a better, younger, better looking Putin,
right?
And he's like, it's Short King Spring.
Zelensky's also,
and he was feeling like, yeah,
that's the whole Russia-UK situation. It's
his
just
harem
King
of
Spring.
hookers didn't have the same gleam in their eye.
Right.
He's getting a little old, and I think he's just like, what do you think? Like, do you think he is gonna get away with this bullshit?
I don't know. I think what we're gonna find out over the next few years is that like, these countries that were so powerful are not powerful anymore. Like Russia, the fact that Russia is still fighting Ukraine. Ukraine used to be a part of Russia. The fact that they're still fighting Ukraine and they haven't won means like, Russia's like weak now. That would be like if New England seceded from us and then and we're now in a war with New England, and it's month 6 of the war with New England. You'd be like, oh fuck, we can't take New England. Like that's how stretched out we are as a country.
True, but the supply chain and the economic warfare shit that you can't see is way worse. And Russia does have a very good hand. They have the like keys to the world economy right now.
Right.
And they're that's where the real war is. Like Ukraine might be a distraction to some degree,
and they're just like let's just ramp up inflation everywhere. Well, I did read a while ago, like the more globalized everything gets, the less warfare becomes about actually killing people.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the more warfare becomes like bro, if China wanted to fuck with us and just be like, we're not gonna send stuff over there, which they're not going to because that's how they make their money. But if they ever wanted to, we'd be fucked. We'd have nothing. They make everything.
Yeah,
it's like there is that. But I do think like I think we'll find out that the UK, England, which was this great world power, that's gone.
Xi Jinping kind of looks like he's like a character from King of the Hill to me. like he's such a dude. He's like, there's no like bigger joke than that, dude, in my opinion.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, but that he
spy on people like that and throw people in camps. He's just like like the punishment for being Xi Jinping is you have to wake up and be fucking Xi Jinping.
Yeah. You look.
That's the worst
Well,
guy.
you know what it is? Any, I have a theory that any autocratic ruler probably didn't get a lot of pussy when they were younger.
None.
There's no way. There's no way. It's like it's on some
it's the incel final form.
Yeah, it's the incel final form. He is like
if mass shooting isn't near enough for you,
right,
you want
right.
to go to war to avenge the dark hole in your soul.
Right.
Become a president and an autocrat.
Yeah, because it does seem like why do you need this much power? Like it is such a black hole of like.
Black
but
hole.
I guess that is what power is. It's like the more power you get, the more you're like,
yeah,
I need more.
And people who are like
scary
sociopaths usually seek it out.
Right. Where it's like everyone or everything's like a power play with them. That's I
ain't got the time, bro.
That's like a whole extra thing.
I can barely get my chores done.
Yeah. Well, hey. I
don't have time to be an autocrat.
Hey, you were on a diamond record and didn't even ask for money. So I don't even know. Like, bro, you couldn't even.
True.
Autocrat?
True.
I don't think you have the energy to get elected to city council. Like, you'd have to, like.
I lost the race for historian in the 5th grade.
You did. What?
To Celia Hubbard. To Celia Hubbard. She did a great job. Granted, Celia crushed it.
What does a 5th grade historian do?
You take basically like the paparazzi at school.
Oh, so to put it in the yearbook.
Yeah,
like,
yearbook
okay,
pictures.
Okay.
I did a whole speech to like 200 kids, and they all did not vote for me.
What was your speech?
The speech was like, I'm going to be in all the activities taking pictures. And I was like, I'll do whatever you guys ask of me as historian, and I would really want to do it. And Celia was clearly the better choice. I think I voted for Celia. I was like, I can't vote for myself here.
Right.
She's way better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, obviously. Oh, man. Okay.
Good stuff.
Another pivot. Do you think you're a basketball guy, right?
I love sports.
Yeah, you love all sports. All right.
I don't care who knows.
Okay. Do you think Durant starts the season with the Nets?
Yes.
I think so too.
I think he stays.
I mean, who's your
He's
team?
Kevin Durant in Brooklyn. It's kind of a vibe. I think he knows that he's cool if he stays. It's like the coolest place to be for him.
I think the cool ship has sailed regardless.
I don't think so.
I think the only way Kevin gets any cool points now is if he goes back to OKC and wins one with them.
I think he can win a title in Brooklyn.
You think so?
100%.
I don't think so.
I'm just going on record. I might be wrong, but if I'm right, I think he's underrated as a player and as a human, and his team around him. Like James Harden, I don't think is made to like win deep playoff runs or whatever.
Right.
And KD with the right few people like Kawhi had in Toronto, get the right little cast around him, he could beat the Warriors. And yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he has all the skill in the world to be a champion.
Yeah.
I mean, he really was. I mean,
Facts.
the year that Giannis won, the only reason why Giannis won is because KD's foot was on the line by this much.
Yeah.
Right. So I do good, but I don't think, and this is so I'm a Bay Area sports fan, so I've been around a lot of championship level teams, a lot of championship winners, a lot of championship losers.
Facts.
Right. And the number one thing that comes out, especially in the winning teams, is like, bro, because people always talk about like, oh, chemistry is overrated, and chemistry is very real, and you need a clubhouse leader. You need a guy who's in the locker room and he's your moral center of the team.
He doesn't like guys like dilly-dally, like Kobe and LeBron. Like,
yes.
They're not going to let you slip up.
No. And they're the locker room guys. KD and Kyrie, both those guys aren't the locker room guys.
And Kawhi is underrated locker room guy.
But even on Kawhi's winning teams,
yeah,
they had Tim Duncan and Lowry. They had these, and Kawhi then can just go and play ball. And when Kawhi can just play ball, he's unbelievable. Unbelievable. 2-time Finals MVP, right?
I'd love to see him and Kevin play together.
But like,
that
here's
would
the
be
thing.
sick as fuck, man.
Here's the thing. Now when Kawhi is in the Clippers, I do think your mental game.
The Clippers are cursed. It's not his fault.
The Clippers are cursed.
I grew up in LA. I went to old like Elton Brand, like Darius Miles era.
Right.
The Clippers are cursed, bro.
Clippers are cursed, but also this might actually be a hot take too. When you are like, when some people are stretched mentally, right? When you're stretched mentally, it's easy to get injured. So Kawhi, already injury prone, now has to also be the locker room leader of this team. What happens? He's kind of always injured on the Clippers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When on the Spurs, on the Raptors, he didn't have to be the locker room guy. They were there. Durant, he won his 2. Curry was the locker room leader. I don't think Durant and Irving are the locker room. Like, when things are going bad, those two don't hunker down and be like, let's bring it together.
Yeah.
You need that because in a championship run, things aren't going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Things are never going to be perfect.
That's why Ja Morant's the GOAT.
Yeah. I mean, Ja Morant's a great locker room guy. I mean, I'm a Warriors fan.
He seems like the most fun guy to play. If I could play with anyone in the NBA to like hang out with them, it'd be Ja Morant. And go to Memphis and kick it with that guy.
It seems like
he's just always having fun.
He's always having fun. His teammates love him.
Yeah, they're having a blast.
Love him.
Yeah.
If Morant's one of those people because the way he plays lends to the way he gets injured.
Yeah.
But if Morant's one of those people that if he could stay healthy for a full season, that Memphis team is dangerous because he's their best player. But also he's a guy that the locker room can rally around.
Yeah.
When the Nets this year, they were the 8th seed or 7th seed or whatever the fuck. They went on this terrible losing streak in the middle of the season. They have one of the best players, if not the best player in the world. Why did this happen? Why does he not go? Everyone hey, let's get together.
Teammates have to buy in to win.
They have to buy in, and there's no reason for them to buy in.
You have to make them better by that point in the season to the point where multiple guys start to hit big shots.
Right.
And if you don't have that, then you don't win.
No, you don't win. You don't elevate the people around you. I mean, your game is how great Durant's game is.
You only go as far in the playoffs as your best 5 players.
Right. And so it's but there's no reason for a team like that. Honestly, Durant and Scrubs shouldn't be a 7th seed. I know the East is hard or whatever, but it's yeah, so I don't think, and especially now where he wants to be traded and Kyrie wants to be traded, and I don't think if you're on the Nets team you buy in at all. What's there to buy into? This guy wants to leave, and he wants to leave. He wanted trades to the number 1 seeds in the conference. There's also that. It's also I saw this great Reddit comment, and it was when the going gets tough, Durant gets going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
bro.
why I think he has to stay. Is save your reputation, find a way to win one in Brooklyn. Fuck it.
I get what he's saying. If he finds a way to win one in Brooklyn, that could help repair his reputation for sure. But
that's my dream for Kevin Durant. Win one in Brooklyn, and then you can walk out as a man.
I mean, I hope, but because I love Durant. I'm a big Warriors fan, so I will never not love Durant. But I feel I also kind of know who he is. I mean, on the Warriors, he was mad that the fans didn't love him more than Steph. And it's bro,
all right, question.
No Warriors fans ever going to love you more than Steph. Ever.
Kill, fuck, marry.
Okay.
Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Kevin Garnett.
That's such a 3. That's really a random assortment. I would marry Curry. I have to fuck Durant, kill Garnett, because it's you know what would be a better question for me is the marry, fuck, kill of Clay, Draymond, Curry, because that would be hard.
I would marry Clay.
You would marry Clay.
I would kill Draymond.
Okay.
And I would fuck Curry.
Okay, I think I'd marry Curry.
He looks very gentle.
He does. Although he's very religious, and religious people have this
freaks.
Yeah, they have this
real freaks.
They have this extra drive in them. They're when I fuck, it's against God. You know what I mean? When you're fucking to make God mad, it's a different kind of fucking. I think
when you're fucking to have babies.
Yeah.
That's the best sex of your life right there.
Yeah, there is. Well, that's a bit tender, but that's a bit tender. But no, when you're oh, God hates this, and you're that's where the freak comes out. I think. Yeah. So, but I would marry Curry.
Burning Man sex.
Have you been to Burning Man?
Nope.
No. I was I have no idea.
Have not. Confirmed have not. Oh, kill, fuck, marry.
Okay.
Empathy, compassion, and kindness.
Ooh, kill empathy.
Bastard.
Immediately kill empathy.
You bastard.
Out of those 3, immediately kill empathy because it's because empathy, out of those 3, so empathy, compassion, kindness.
Yes.
Out of those 3, empathy can have you feeling bad for a person sometimes that don't deserve it. And then let's say a terrible person that you can empathize with. You see why they are who they are.
I see why Putin's an asshole because he's a tiny little bitch.
Right. Right. But because of that, you sometimes give allowances to people
that you
shouldn't because their past fucked them up. But just because that's what their past is, they're not going to it's not like they're gonna treat you differently just because you know about them.
Right.
So that's why I would kill empathy in that situation.
Right.
I'd marry kindness.
Yeah.
Fuck compassion.
Same.
I think that's fair. Those are all the but yeah, off top I would kill
compassion's like a thoughtful lover.
Yeah. But also,
there you go.
When you sometimes empathy is like embarrassment, and you feel embarrassed for another person. Like that's empathy, and fuck that feeling. I hate that.
If you're having sex with someone because they empathize with you, that's not good.
yeah. That's how toxic relationships keep going.
Yeah. That's exactly.
You
feel bad for someone, so you keep having sex with them.
You let them keep treating you like shit.
Yeah.
Because you know why they are, and you feel bad about that.
You gotta communicate.
Yeah, or it's like you gotta realize like you can't empathy and you can't.
I'm cheating on all them with communication.
Yeah, yeah. Well, communication's key. Communication is king.
Always down for some communication.
Hey, girl, I'm trying to communicate.
I'm trying to talk later.
Where we at time wise?
Who knows?
There's no timer.
Who fucking knows?
There's no timer. That's so funny.
This is the episode's called like Not a Pilot.
Not even. This is this episode's called the Not Give a Fuck Zone or whatever the fuck. I gotta listen back to it. The Not Give a Fuck area, dude.
The Not Give a Fuck area.
Dude, you gotta find the right, because you gotta like. I think that's why a lot of this. I enjoyed this episode a lot, because I was like, dude, I can just not give a fuck for a lot of this. I don't have to. When you're by yourself, you have to carry so much of it. You have to be like, how do I keep going? And it's like, okay. Now,
you're like a professional comedian.
Yeah.
You're like, I have to go out there and make people laugh on purpose with plan.
Jokes are a whole different thing. A solo podcast is like a whole different thing than jokes. It's
That's
like,
a serious.
Yeah. It's like, because it's like at a certain point, it's like you just say shit to say shit, and you're like, I don't know if I even believe that anymore.
Yeah.
You just said it to say it. Oh
True.
man. I mean, I enjoyed this greatly.
I enjoyed this a lot.
Did you? Who's your football team? I noticed you have a Packers Broncos on.
Football season's just around the corner, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so excited. I'm actually a Chargers fan.
Oh yes, we talked about this.
Yeah, they came to LA and the Rams did, and I said I have to choose one. I chose the Chargers.
Man.
And the Rams won, and I couldn't enjoy it at all.
No, you can't. Fuck LA.
No.
Fuck the LA.
The Rams.
Fuck
dude.
the Rams.
Chargers for life. Justin Herbert.
He's gonna be good.
Yeah.
He's gonna be good. But the AFC West.
The Chargers are cursed.
Yeah, well, yeah. The Chargers
and the Clippers are like.
They were both San Diego teams.
Yeah.
They both are. Yeah. You know what it is? Because I lived in San Diego for a while. There's just a lot better things to do than watch the teams. Because the teams are always okay. The stadium experience for the Chargers in San Diego was horrible.
Yeah.
One of the worst stadium experiences of my life.
Yep.
Every time I went, I'm like, this sucks. And you're like, the weather's perfect.
Yeah.
It's like why be stuck in some place watching something when I can enjoy it?
100%.
And then the owners suck.
And Phil Rivers had 1,000 kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
there was no seats because they were just took up all
yeah,
the tickets.
It was. You did go. It's like, wow, it's all just Phil Rivers' children in here. it's just all his kids.
How many 7-year-olds can you have?
dude, this dude. That talk about fucking for God. He was like, I gotta create more soldiers for Christ.
Yeah. He named his penis Constable.
Yeah. This is the deacon. That's what he said.
He just buys a robe that goes
on
his
babe,
penis.
The deacon's coming to visit tonight. You gotta.
Yeah. So, liking football is not gay, but we did take it there quickly. No, but I'm a Chargers fan, and you're a
Niners fan.
Oh yeah, they're great.
All Bay Area. Yeah, I'm interested to see this whole season. Is like, what is Trey Lance gonna do?
Yeah.
What we should do? We should do like. Right before the season starts, we should just have a show where we just preview the teams and be like what we think about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on what we know. Because I don't really know what's going on with the Steelers, but I have opinions. I have opinions on what they're going to be like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we should definitely do that. That's like on the list of stuff we should do.
I love the Steelers. They're the most exciting team to not be a fan of, but watch every week. Steelers games are always fucking awesome.
They're always good. They're annoying.
It's good football.
It's like the Steelers are always
It's like you're watching 1995 football.
Yeah, even when they're bad, even when it's like fucking Mason Rudolph starting for them, they're still like always kind of in the playoff hunt until the end.
Yeah.
That year they were in the playoff hunt until the end.
Yeah.
Which is, I thought Mike Tomlin should have gotten Coach of the Year that year. To have an even competitive team with Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges as your quarterbacks is an insane achievement.
Yeah.
You know?
Ben Roethlisberger was tied up at P.F. Chang's.
Yeah. Well, Ben Roethlisberger, you know what he is? He's like the Joe Biden of quarterbacks, where he's like, oh, I think he's been dead for 3 years. I think he's actually been dead. I think this is a dead man that's been throwing a football.
If you walk into the P.F. Chang's in Pittsburgh, and you're like, oh, is that a Buddha statue? No, Ben Roethlisberger just sits there, cross-legged, and they bring him food.
Just getting
people put necklaces on him, and
you're still avoiding sacks somehow. That's
still avoiding sacks.
Dude, that dude. For someone so big, I don't know how he was just able to avoid getting sacked. It was insane. It was a joy to watch him.
What makes you most excited about football season that isn't football? Because as a guy, the real reason we like football is because of all the things that go. I think like the excuse to sit down on Sunday and just watch TV for 10 hours.
That's immediately what I thought. It's just like there's nothing more
it's
beautiful.
Almost back.
Yeah, there's nothing more beautiful than just sitting down and like just enjoying. Just sit and just. I never leave my TV.
10 hours of football.
And because of fantasy football, I'm able to like. I'm in 2 leagues, one with my childhood friends and one with my family. So because of that, like I talk to them all the time.
Yeah, it brings people together.
Like it brings people together and from these long distances, and that's why I'm terrible at fantasy football, horrible at fantasy football, but I love getting on like the family chat or the friends chat and everyone's just talking shit. Like there is like it's like American as apple pie getting called shitty for making a bad trade. It's like
100%.
That's like up there in terms of like yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy just sitting down doing nothing.
I like at the end of it when people actually start taking it seriously and then people that get upset.
Right.
Like that's when it get like there was that you see that thing that happened in the in pro baseball where there was like Jock Peterson, I think, got like punched by a teammate on the field.
Yeah. For making some like
a fantasy football dispute.
Yeah, some shady wire move. And you know what it is? Because Jock Peterson's a San Francisco Giant, so I'm gonna be on his side.
Oh, so you know this.
But obviously also like we've all been in a league with a guy who makes like these shitty weird moves that like help his team.
Yeah.
That's like vaguely on like my family chat. There's still arguments over something that happened like 3 years ago. Like, bro, you know you did some fuck shit. When
playoffs come, no one's friends.
No.
There's unspoken rule about fantasy football. When the playoffs come, everyone just like take it seriously.
Right. No, I mean the whole
That's one of my favorites. And just making like huge parlays that like don't have a chance to win.
Are you a better?
Huge better. Love a parlay. I'll put $100 down on a parlay every weekend of the season.
Okay, and what kind of parlays are you putting it down on?
Like 8 games a day, where if you win like
$10,000. Yeah. But
once a season, I win it. You'll see. We'll get it.
But it has to be like there's always something crazy in there, right? Like Baker throws for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns or some shit.
Yeah, just bet on Dalvin Cook to run for over 200 yards every week. Yeah, that's another trading
and then
hack.
Eventually, when you hit it, it'll make you enough money that all the money you lost doesn't matter.
I mean, he runs for over 200 yards a lot.
Yeah.
You got to find prop bets that are like, wait, why do they let you?
Why do they let you do that? Yeah.
Some guys, I base it. The way to bet football is on player performance and players are just like consistently doing things.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't get into that. Once I start, I think I'll love it too much.
I don't even love it. I just like the players I'm gonna watch. Like if I'm gonna watch Derrick Henry late in the season, I'll bet that he runs for 100 yards. For fun, even though it doesn't pay out much money at all, but it's just like for fun, and it's gonna hit.
Even if you win $15, you won $15.
15, yeah, and it's just fun. It's literally for fun. It's not people who do it like compulsively. You should get help, but like
well, people do it compulsively are trying to hit a big jackpot.
Not how betting on football works. It should make the experience more fun, or don't do it. Is how I look at it.
Right, and it's like, well, I know. Hey, like I know the Chiefs are gonna beat the Jaguars, so if I pay $100 for the Chiefs to be the Jaguars and I get $120 back.
Yeah,
I made $20.
I wish we could bet on comics.
that would be insane.
Yeah.
What would you bet on? Does this special
is Schaub gonna bomb in Jacksonville?
I mean, look, you gotta.
I would say no. I think in Jacksonville he pulls.
Oh man.
I'd say he crushes in Jacksonville. But if you said like, if you do like Tim Dillon in rural Montana.
Well, he would crush in rural Montana.
Yeah, he crushes anywhere. I guess, yeah, betting on comet. There's
the shop. I mean, that's a good lie. I like that you have that faith in Shop.
I do. That guy's funny as fuck. He's good on podcasts.
As someone who toured with him for a year, I would not make that bet. I'm just being honest.
That's awesome.
I'm just being honest.
When was the last time you bombed?
Oh man, it happens. It happens.
Does it still happen to you when you go to open mics ever?
Well, open mics are. So I like at this point I don't consider bombing at an open mic like truly bombing, because it's like an open mic now is like truly like this is a idea that I have that I didn't even want to take to a show. Because a lot of times I try new ideas on shows. I'm at that point in my career where I don't need to go to an open mic necessarily to try a new idea. But sometimes I'll go because I haven't been up in a while, and so I don't even consider that bombing, because it's like it's me just saying this thought out loud.
Yeah.
Last time I bombed at a show, my last bomb at a show I think that I can remember off the top of my head was a Vulcan, maybe like 3-4 months ago, maybe even longer than that. But like that was the last. People walked out.
Do you ever like
people in the front row got up and left in the middle of my set. It was so obvious. It was like, oof. And earlier that night, I had bombed twice that night.
Yeah.
Because I had this joke. I think did I close with it there? I say retard like 10 times in the joke.
Oh,
do you hear that joke?
No,
you
I haven't heard that.
Hey, immediately off top, you remember that.
I have a trouble laughing at that word personally.
Yeah, but it's about.
Although I don't judge anyone for using it in a joke.
But it is about how we're not supposed to say the word. That's why.
Yeah.
I say
Okay.
that is the whole point of the joke, is that you're not supposed to say it, and that's why I do say it a lot.
You're not supposed to say it.
Regardless, that's my closer now, and it closes well.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I made it my closer.
Yeah.
But one day I was like, let me try opening with it, and it was just like way too much. Yeah.
Yeah, you're set. You have to ease people into what you're about to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is intense. I have thought that. Yeah.
I bombed in music recently on an email. Bad. You want to know?
Yeah. What happened?
I emailed my friend who's like, I've known this guy for years, Andrew Gould.
Okay.
He's the president of like big music companies.
Right.
I'm friends with him forever, and I sent him my new music. I was like, yo, dude, like take a look. And like you cannot hit a guy back or whatever. And he literally hit me with an email that was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude, like I don't like your music very much.
Oh.
And I was like, I've never heard that from a professional.
Right.
Let alone a friend. I was like, you're my friend. Like, dude, lie to me. Like, you're my friend. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, I think you know what's crazy? That's like some actual friend shit, right? Yeah. Where you're like, I'm telling you the honest truth.
I don't like your music very much. I was just like, all right. That's why the platinum records are lame, because I'm still getting emails from my friends being like, I still don't like your music.
Dude, it never stops. It never stops.
Never.
It never stops. It's always like, damn, this guy don't like me.
Keeps you humble, but that's great.
Yeah. Oh, art humbles you.
If you start feeling like you're the shit, your art's you're gonna start like making TikToks, like making sounds and like making dumbass shit.
Yeah, and then the world will let you know, like these Gen Z kids will be like, this guy is an ass, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm not. Yeah.
You turn yourself into a little like product.
Well, that's what we're doing, right? Is we are products. That's what we are selling.
But that's why Hinchcliffe is a man.
Yeah.
Make your own product. Make your own lane. Same with Tim Dillon.
Yeah, make it. Because like I said this a long time ago in college. America is about what you can sell. Always, it's about what you can sell. So you're either selling your labor, you're selling your right. So it's like if you make yourself the product to sell.
Yeah.
That's the most power you can have.
Like I'm a Teletubby. Like you're a Beanie Baby. You gotta make yourself into a Beanie Baby.
Yeah. You gotta
be the Beanie Baby.
You gotta be the Beanie Baby.
Wake up and be the.
I go to yoga every week. That's what I'll think of when I'm in the meditation pose. I'll be like, be the Beanie Baby.
Yeah.
Be the Beanie Baby.
Make America love me like the Beanie Babies.
And be the Beanie Baby, but also don't give a fuck about being the Beanie Baby.
Yeah.
Find the right level of not.
Find your
Furby.
Find your Furby.
Find your inner Furby. Oh man.
Furby's fuck.
I do think this right here is a great first episode. I feel like that was a great place to end it.
I think so.
Should
we try to freestyle?
Oh yeah.
Let's end our episodes with some freestyles.
Okay. How will this work?
Well, outro us, and then the freestyle will just play during the credits.
Okay. The credits. What credits?
I'm gonna put in credits.
You're gonna put in credits.
It's just gonna be me and you. And our data assistant.
Our data assistant. Yeah.
Who give us Putin's relative height.
The official Bob Cousy height checker.
Yeah, take us out.
I mean, how do I feel so self-conscious now because you like actually do music, and I'm like, oh god.
No, you're an amazing freestyler.
Oh man, yeah. Everybody, don't give a fuck.
I have to get my guitar.
Hold
on. Outro was first.
Oh yeah, outro first. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, infidels. This is gonna be the look for a while. Thank you so much for listening. I had a good time. Hopefully you guys had a good time as well. Yeah, let's. And yeah, we'll do an outro.
Amazing. Wow, rippage.
I thought that was good.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
Yeah. It was really good. I'm seeing where this ended, but this one was wrong. I mean, could we have someone here to like double run cameras? Yes. At least we like that was.
Yeah, and it's like what's it called? What's the best way to send this to me? Do you have like WeTransfer? Yeah, just
Oh, yeah. You
just
know,
we
I already
get.
got you a file.
Yeah, WeTransfer to me.